Yes, 11%.
All right. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning.
Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
Can you guys hear us? If you just post it in the comments here, just let us know if you guys can hear us. Great. All right. So before we start, let's just show disclaimer for a second. All right. So today's session, and thank you guys for joining us, is our second live session. We started yesterday, so we are basically releasing a lot of new products this month. Today's session is focused on blind spots. We've been showing the blind spots on Twitter recently, the beta version, and we are going to slowly put them in production in our membership. But today we're going to show you how we use them and how you can actually leverage the blind spots to create like your roadmap in a few minutes a day, so that you can actually have more space to obviously to spend time with your family and to read the market quicker. So Patrick is going to give you some example. So the agenda for today, it's this one. So we're going to show you a little bit of our mission and why we are developing blind spots and why we are developing our products. What's our goal and what's the result for you guys. Then we're going to show you what the blind spots level are and why we created them. And then I'm going to pass it on to Patrick, where we're going to see some live examples from today, some example now you can use the blind spots on assets like futures, and then we're going to do some live Q&A. So if you have any question, please post them in the chat, and we're going to read them through at the end. But before we go into the weed of the event, this is what we have available for you guys this month. So we started yesterday. Today we have this blind spots. On Friday, we're going to have a technical analysis webinar. So we're going to show you how to leverage the principle of technical analysis with option data. It's going to be very interesting, 11 a.m. Then next week, we're going to go back again. We have a webinar on SKUs. This is a part of our launch as well. And then we're going to talk about some integration with NinjaTrader. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have some live Q&A with our users, as well as live sessions with our traders. So Patrick will probably be back for that. But let's start with our approach, right? So when we study MenthorQ, we really want to leverage the same approach used by large institutions and large funds that have proven to be successful. So our goal is really to give you access to a data-driven approach. So take a lot of data coming from different sources. In this case, we're using options data, but we're also using other models as well. And then basically the goal is really to simplify this data. The simplification we're going to show you today is going to be in the form of lines on your chart that identify an area of reaction. So how can you use a simple indicator to actually get a lot of information out of it and be actionable in a few minutes a day? And then the goal is obviously allow you less time to research and more actionable insights. And we're going to show you that today. But what are blind spots, right? First of all, we started MenthorQ a few years ago, but last year we only had really access to a few levels, mostly on SPX, some ETFs like QQQ and VIX, right? And if you look at SPX, and let me show you an example, right? What the problem was is that if you are not an option trader, it's very hard to trade SPX because it's an index, right? So there's not really an underlying that you can trade unless you use the future or the ETF. So in this case, ES or SPY. So what we did is we created an indicator that allows you to convert the levels from the option market on SPX to the asset that you trade, in this case, the future. Then we started developing gamma levels on futures. So right now you can actually add the ES levels on the chart, but then we realized that actually the data contained in the underlying asset, in this case, the SPX, is actually very valuable also if you trade the futures. So here, what we're showing you is the first iteration of what the blind spots are today, which is really plotting correlated assets onto a chart on the asset that you trade. So that has proven to be successful. But then we realized when Patrick joined the team that actually by simplifying and by looking at a lot of data, you can actually get more valuable information on the chart. And that is why we build the blind spots. So the blind spots is really trying to use a lot of data coming from the option market to simplify the read of the market and give you actually areas where the market could react that you might overlook. So this is a chart that we might look later as well, but basically showing you how, in this case, we're looking at the Russell 2000, the IWM. How can you actually use the blind spot to find areas where you can actually go to the upside, but you can actually look for the downside, and areas where you don't want to be in, so where you want to stay out of the market. But now, like Patrick, I'm going to pass it on to you, and then, yeah, just give us, obviously, an overview on how you use the blind spots, and now, for example of today's trading, and how can people leverage those?
Yeah. First of all, welcome everyone. So many people here. I'm really proud of you that you listen to us and that you're interested in the blind spot strategy. I will make it as simple as possible because the blind spot strategy is simple and possible. And before I will share my screen with you, I will give you some introduction about it. So first of all, I'm a really lazy trader. For me, it must be everything so simple and easy as possible. I don't like it personally to overcomplicated stuff. So this is why I'm always looking for crazy ideas, crazy stuff where I can make my trading decisions easy as possible. I don't want analyzing crazy stuff. I don't want analyzing news, because when news coming out, the move is most of the time already priced or it's done, because news are history. I don't want to sit in the afternoon, or I want to make a pre-market prep where I'm analyzing 2 hours the chart, and when the market is opened, I get the punch in the face as usual, because the market has a different plan. So this is why I was looking for some strategy. And when I was trading with my trading partner Steve, he's also in the futures trading room, and a big shout out to you, buddy. I love you. It's like we was looking when we was trading the futures, we was trading most of the time the NQ and the Nasdaq. And we was looking for correlation. So what means correlation? It means like looking for the SPX, or looking for the Spider ETF, and looking for the RIGs. But when you have all this on your monitor, you was missing sometimes some opportunities, or you was not able to react on this, because you was looking to the right, you was looking to the left, and at the end, you was missing the opportunities. So this is why we came on the idea about the blind spots. So the blind spots is something like where we're looking for high correlation from the underlying ticker. Like, for example, if you're looking for the NQ, we're looking for high correlation stocks and underlying assessed, where we can have possible data. So the data points are most of the time what also institutional use or hedge fund use. It could be options data, it could be something different. But at the end, we're looking into this. And then we're looking for the most price overlapping. And why we're doing this? Because at the end, the big institutions and the hedge funds, they're doing this job. They're knowing exactly when they have to execute his trades. And this is something what we can work with, because we see a footprint. And this is something where we can build the blind spots on. And this is what happened. And now, maybe you can give me access to my monitor.
Yeah. Do you want to put the chart on?
Yep. Let me know if you can see the chart, Dow Jones. So when we came to the Dow Jones futures, we have a really problem. So we have not the big options data where we can basically looking for good gamma levels, like what we have on the NQ or what we have on the ES. And for this reason, we can build the blind spots for the Dow Jones on the same principle what I was saying before. So we're looking for the high correlation what the Dow Jones have, and then we're looking for the overlap pricings, and we're building the blind spots. So blind spot 1 is the most overlapping price, and blind spot 10 is the least overlapping price. But this doesn't mean that blind spot 1 is stronger than blind spot 10. It's only meaning that there's more overlapping. All blind spots have a reason why they be there. And look at this, what was happened. So in the morning, it was 9:16 when the US market came a little bit down before the open. We touched the blind spot 8. We was not able to break it. And then boom, we get the pullback. We get up to the upside. And also what I was doing today, what I was trading today, only as example. Here we have now also our gamma levels, the gray ones. It's now on the NQ chart. You can see it, Fabio, the NQ chart?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what was happened in this morning? In the morning, it was happened that we was under put support and under the blind spot 3. So this was for me personally a strong indicator that the market is in trouble, basically the Nasdaq. And I don't need to analyzing why the market is in trouble or something like this. I see it based on my chart, based on the put support and the blind spot. Because if you're looking to the downside, what we have, the next target is BL8 and BL10. And from the main gamma levels, that's it. It's only the put support. And this is crazy. If we have this information, we can really use this and take advantage of this. We don't need to over-analyzing any chart or something like this. The same when we go now to CL1. So let's open this. So what was happened on CL1? So if you was trading overnight, so you was seeing we was coming from BL4, and we have a strong support here also, and going directly to BL10. It's crazy. If you was wake up in the morning, 6:30 Eastern time, you came from BL1, go straight to BL10. And where we have the options data, so the options data is here, high volume, high volatility, 0 DTE, 1-day max, call resistance. It's nice to have. But if you add also the blind spot on your charts, you get a much better overview. And champs, tell me, is this crazy or not, how this is working? It's really based on the institutional data, on options data, where we're looking also on crude oil for high correlations, looking for overlap pricings, and that's it. And we building based on this the blind spot, so that you can have an advantage on this, so that you have this basically on your chart and you get a guidance. It's so crazy, and it need not so much time. And when we speak about, and this is now the crazy one, if you come in the market, we can build our roadmap. How the roadmap is working, it's like building here your maps, connect the strong area. So the strong area is BL1 to BL4. And then we have here also a strong area between a high volatility, 0 DTE, and high volatility, and BL9. So what we're basically doing is like connecting this together. And also our next area is here. And our next area is here. And what we can do basically after this, we see directly our areas where we can trade from. So if we break out from here, our next target is this area. If we break out from here, our next target is here. So it's crazy. I don't need any analyzing tools. It needs only few minutes, and then I'll be done. If we go now to ES, for example, crazy how we came down, by the way. So you see the ES, Fabio?
Yes.
All right. So the ES future is really simple and easy to read. And I show you why. So basically what we have here BL1, BL2, put support, 1-day minimum. what we're doing is we connecting this area together, and then we have here our space. And in simple words, if we below this, the short is valid. If we above this, the long is valid. Simple and easy, my friends. But of course, we're looking always for correlation, looking, for example, to the wicks or to some other ones. Never trade blind and say, okay, now we go short or now we go long. Wait for your second confirmation, what you have, how you define this. And this is some really nice roadmap for you, how you can do this. And also now you know exactly that we have this area here. For me personally, if we take the down move here, this is no trading area anymore. The BL9, BL7, and BL10. In the middle of this, I will not place any trades. Possible what I can do is I wait that we break out here to a high volatility level and possible target the PL4, PL8 or put support, or we break out to the upside and come back to the put support. But this is basically simple on easy stuff, and I call this the roadmap. We can do this also with gold. And if you're looking to gold, oh man, I'm so crazy. It's so crazy, my friends, today. It's crazy, and it works every day. It's every day the same. Look at this. So we was in the morning. No, the morning was here, Wednesday, 340. Boom, BL8 was holding, and then boom, we came up. And if you want now place your roadmap, what you can do, you can say, okay, this is my area where I don't like to trade. If you be in this area, this is not my area to trade, because here we have strong areas. We have the core resistance here, we have the gamma wall here, we have BL2, BL8, and also possible we have the one-day max. Maybe we make this a little bit bigger. So what we want to see is that we break above the one-day max, but the one-day max have a bigger risk. But the best case will that we break down on this range, BL8 to BL1, core resistance, one-day minimum, put support. And also what we're doing here, we're connecting this range. So basically, this is our trading area. If we come in here and we want to place any trades here, I would say from my perspective, this is not a trading area anymore, because it's too risky. We can easily shut out on this area. And we see, based on the roadmap, we see directly where we can go into the market. We can go again if we break down here to BL10, if we break up here to BL8, and that's it. If we're looking to crude oil today, we was doing this before. And okay, let's go to the Russell. Here we go. The Russell is also there. Let's check it. So what we can do basically is we connecting the ranges like this. And then here we go. Here you have your ranges where you can go into the market. I would say now we get also the other levels. So then it makes much more sense that we place here some range, because we have here one-day minimum BL2 put support, and that's our ranges, my friends. So we can possibly go short below here, that we going down here. We can go long here above this, and in the middle of this range, I will not going into the market. Maybe again here to the down move, and that's it. So basically on the roadmap, what I was mapping out for you, it needs only 1 minute, 2 minutes. I see directly what's going on in the market. And it's so nice and beauty to see. Also now on the Dow Jones, what we're basically doing is we're mapping out this here. We're connecting the BL8 to the BL10. And we know exactly, if we touch this again and we see if this holds again, then we have a nice valid uptrend. If we break down below BL10, then we have a nice downtrend possible. And where we're not going into the market anymore again, it's below BL7 and BL1, because this is the shop area. We don't want it. And you see it, it makes totally sense that we possibly not going into the market here, because we want easy moves. We want going into the market, and we want to see that we in a profit area. We don't want go into the market and see we are directly in a huge drawdown, or we get in trouble. This is something what we don't want to see. And Fabio, can you please stop for 1 second?
Yeah, and we have a couple of questions actually that could be.
Yeah, I will do it. I will do it. But I want to show you before what I will posting also in the future. So I was also posting here, no wondering that we go down. Look at this. We was below put support. I was writing everything down. And if you go maybe to the upside, not to the downside, please, a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. So here I post for you all the blind spots. Every day you get it here. You will get it. I make also a notification that you as a premium member get the notification. And can you go again a little bit to the upside? Here we go. This was the graphics from yesterday from the blind spots. Yesterday, from the blind spots, we have 6 major futures. So, and from the 6 major futures, 5 was working really perfect. Really perfect. They was respecting the blind spots so crazy. 5 on 6 working perfect. Only what was not working yesterday, it was working good, but it was not working like perfect like the others. This was the Nasdaq, but the other ones are working really nice and perfect. Yeah. And yeah, it's like magic. It's like cheating the market. I have so many people where you can read maybe possible in the member success room. It's cheating the market.
Yeah, and there's a question, Patrick, that I can answer, which is how do you access the data, right? So how do you use the data? So the data is going to be available via the bot, right? So for those who are not familiar, via the bot, we can get the futures data as well as the stock data. So you can actually copy paste these levels and you can go in your trading view, but you can do the same with the blind spots. So I could actually go back here where Patrick is posting this, and I could actually copy this text, and I can go back and add my indicator, which is the premium one, and I just copy paste this text, and now we are up and running in a few seconds, I think. So now the blind spots are here. So it really takes a few minutes a day. We're doing the work for you, and you can access the data, but you can also access the trading room. So we have 6 trading room here, and the future is where we will post the blind spots. We cover a lot of different assets, and soon we're also going to look to build blind spots on stocks and ETFs as well. But work in progress there. But so far, you can access all this data directly from the Discord membership.
Yeah, 100%. And yes, at the moment, I will do the calculation for you, Karim. I'm doing the calculation on myself at the moment. I'm doing this every morning for you. I know it's a huge work because I have to look at everything and doing the calculation. And I'm doing this because I love this. I love to see how you grow. I love to see how the community take advantage of this. And this is why Fabio is so impressed about this, because it's working. It's working. And this is why Fabio was saying, hey, come on, Patrick, let's do it together. Let's speak together. Let's find a way how we can bring the blind spots in the bot. And we can say to you, yes, this will be happened. It needs some time, but it will be happen in the near future. It will be happen. We will promise you.
Yeah, and we are working on it. So that's our next item. So the levels will be in the bot very soon. But for now, yes, they are in the chat. You can copy them, add them to your chart. Less than 30 seconds, you are up in the market, and yeah, you can enjoy the levels directly.
And I will post this most of the time. You will get this before the US stock market is open. Sometimes it's like 6 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes it's 4 a.m. Eastern time. It's depend on my time zone, because Shams, I do this manually. I calculate this every day for you. And I'm also a human. Sometimes I need sleep. Sometimes I sleep 1 hour later and you get it one hour later, the levels. But you will get this, and I will promise to you, to everyone who's listened to this, you will get this before the US market is open. Deal?
Yeah.
It's a deal.
Deal. Big statement.
All right.
So that's a good question from Fernando. Yesterday, we announced the Ninja Trader integration. So we are in the process of migrating all the existing user, and the new user are getting access to the indicator. But basically, the blind spots will also be part of the file that will feed the indicator. So not right now, but very soon, yes.
Yeah, we have the question from Marcel. Will it be possible in the future that we can calculate the blind spot ourselves? Yeah, sure, you can do it. But the question is if you get also so much data like what we have. So think about, we have quants on the back end. We have so much data what we use. Everyone can calculate something. And also maybe you can share this, what people can do easily. We have the new indicator. So you can go now to the NQ and you have the blind spot QQQ on your chart, basically. You can convert this every day. So basically you can do this now. There's no question. You can do this. You can do it at the moment. If you have the new indicator from us, you can do it now. It's no problem.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now is we are converting QQQ to ES, or we can do it on RTY as well. You have an auto ratio feature, or you can calculate your ratio manually, and now the levels are here. So now you're using QQQ levels on the Russell. I could also put the QQQ levels on anything, so NVIDIA, right? So this is the new indicator that will give you a lot of power, because you can then now go to NVIDIA, and then you will have your QQQ levels here. But the power of blind spot is really leveraging, like we mentioned in the beginning, like big data, data-driven. So yes, you can, but there's a lot of work that goes in the back end that takes a lot of time and resources. And that's why we're here. So we're doing that for you.
Yeah. But basically, with the new indicator, we give you the power that you can do it with the single spots. You can place QQQ, you can place SPY, DIA. You can place it possible now on NVIDIA. Then you have also some blind spots on your chart.
Yeah, I mean, you could have NVIDIA on QQQ. You could have, you could do crazy calculation if you want. And and that's a possibility with the new indicator.
And I will give you some little tiny insights, my friends, because I love you. I love the community. And this is the insight. So especially now, we becoming now in the earnings session. So we get the crazy earnings. We get NVIDIA, we get Tesla, we get Apple, we get Microsoft, all crazy ones. So, and if you're trading the NQ or if you're trading the ES, then I will say to you, plot on the earnings day, one day before and one day after, and on the same day, blind spots from them. So for example, if we have the NVIDIA earnings and you're trading the NASDAQ, I will highly recommend to you that you place, that you're using the single spots from NVIDIA on the NQ chart. Because this can be something meaningful because we have the earnings. And this can working very well. And I was doing this in the last few weeks also. Every time when we have earnings, I was using the blind spots from the earnings. Yeah.
We have a good questions. So where do I get the indicator? So yesterday we released a new website and a new portal. So if you guys haven't signed up, sign up. You can sign up for free. You also will get access to our free courses. So we actually have, as part of the free academy, we have a course on blind spots. So as part of your free membership, you can actually come here and you can actually have 6-7+ lessons, and then we're gonna have more than that. We're gonna add to that. So first is free lessons on how to use blind spots, available for free through the academy. So please sign up for free if you haven't done it. Then as part of the premium membership, you can actually go into the integration tab and you get the premium indicator here. So you can actually get the link. once you join a premium membership, and then you can get the indicator added to your chart. The indicator, some of the new features is the auto conversion, so you can actually convert levels, but you can also, this is actually, it seems small, but it's actually a very big feature for a lot of our users, where you can actually change the color and the style of the different lines. Like Patrick has like a lot of lines on his chart. So now with this, you can actually, let me see if I can go back to QQQ. You can actually change the different lines and styles. Don't know where the core resistance is, but it's okay. So yeah, and here you can also find our other integrations. So NinjaTrader, if you're a futures trader, NinjaTrader is huge. So now we have an indicator here, but you can also find within the membership, within the portal, you can also find all the different guides. So we have a section on blind spot. What is the blind spot strategies? Here we have the first video from Patrick that we released on Twitter. I think how many views did we have? Like 600,000 or 700,000. I think you're on mute, but yeah.
Yeah, 600,000 or something like this. So it was crazy. I think like we squeezed some market makers, so that they looking into this. Yeah, but yes. So that's a cool one. And I have also see some questions from you, friends. You were saying about will you talk a bit about what a blind spot conceptually, if there are a way to place level on each PS line, and would it be more confident to trade with them? Thanks. So first of all, I say always have a second confirmation. I'm using the blind spots and the Q levels, but what Q levels I'm using most of the time is the major ones. So this means I'm using call resistance, put support, high volatility, 1-day max, 1-day minimum, and the ZUDT ones. I'm not using most of the time the GEX, GEX1, GEX2, GEX3, GEX4, because I have the blind spots. So the blind spots and the major one from the gamma levels, like Q levels, what I was telling you before, put this together, then you have a crazy powerful tool. But trust the levels, yes, but have always a second confirmation, and hope this helps.
Yeah, so you can actually add both gamma levels and blind spots directly into your chart. So right here, I'm requesting, I have the Russell here. One of the questions that actually I can answer is, okay, this one is the reason. So what you are doing is you are probably putting blind spots and levels of the same ticker on the same indicators. So one small hack is add the second indicator and add the blind spots to a different indicator. So you have one ticker on one and the other ticker on the other one. So you can get the blind spots as well as the gamma level there.
So and it's a really nice example at the moment. Look at this. If you see this on Fabio's monitor. So at the moment there's no more any gamma level, and you have the blind spot 9 and blind spot 4 on the top, and the blind spot 2. So we'll give you also some nice guidance. We have this sometimes. Sometimes there's no more blind spot, but some gamma levels. Sometimes it's completely the other picture. We have the blind spots, but no more gamma levels. It's crazy. But this is what I say. It works hand in hand. Because at the end, what we're doing is, if you're looking to the options market, then we're looking to the options activity based on the Russell, on the futures. But what I'm doing with the blind spots, I'm looking for the strongest correlation, and for the footprints from the hedge funds, from the institutionals, and then put this all together and build the blind spots. So this is why sometimes we have a little bit higher, sometimes a little bit lower, but sometimes we are all together. And this is why it works so nice together. When you have this together on your chart, it's powerful. It's really powerful.
Yeah, and one example, we have a question from Scott. can actually do a nice example. Can you walk through an example of using ZB1 and TLT? So yes. So first of all, let's go back to the bot. We have a command which it's TV bonds. So here you're going to get the levels for the 4 futures that we have. So the 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years. So you can copy that. You also have TLT there. So I can go back to my indicator, copy the levels, and then I can do, so right now I have the TLT levels. Maybe I want to add ZB1 to TLT or vice versa. So it can work both ways. But what I do here is I come here, I select ZB1, I convert it to TLT, right? You have the option to use auto ratio or manual ratio. Auto ratio is calculated using the previous day close of the future and the spot. If you don't want to use an auto ratio, you can simply calculate it. This has not changed. So you calculate the ratio, and here we show you how it's calculated. But basically, right now you have the 1-day max of ZB, a lot of gamma levels. So this is like an area, for example, where, Patrick, I guess you wouldn't trade in that area. You would design it and you would basically like map it out. And then you have the 1-day minimum. Yeah, so you can see like how we had this strong move there.
That's basically the concept of the roadmap. So easy and simple. If this is your assessed and you put on now the gamma levels from what Fabio is doing, what you're basically doing is you're looking to your left side and you're looking how the gamma levels are positioned, and then find out the areas where you really don't like, where you have strong overlaps, where we really tiny together. And this is most of the time the area where we get chopped out. And we don't want to be in this area. So we protect ourselves. And this is something what you mapped out, and then boom, you get a second protection. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And I mean, the goal here, as you see, Scott, for example, that was a great example. We basically built a roadmap in less than 2 minutes, right? We went on the bot, we got the data, we put it on the chart, and now like again, this would have been, an area this morning, I think, is it this morning? Where the 1-day minimum was touched there. Here you have the max. Here you have a conjunction of different gamma levels coming from TLT, but you can also do the same on stocks, on commodities, etc. So you could have, like, for example, we could come here and say, I want my list and I want my CL futures, my USO ETF, right? I can come here and I can copy this level very quickly, come into the indicator. All right. So then we can actually go on our CL. Let's bring up our future contract. Right now we have our gamma levels coming from the future. Again, just to point out, MenthorQ is probably one of the only company that will give you gamma levels on futures options, not converted, but actually gamma levels on the futures. And then what we can do here is we can say, I want my USO level to actually be plotted on my CLQ ticker. So now, again, let's look at this, right? So we have the 1-day max from the USO, we have our JAX levels, we have like our core resistance, and then we have this like big gamma levels conjunction of USO. And again, look at this area here. So we have a lot of information, and again, very simple. We did it in less than a minute, but there's a lot of valuable information there that you can derive.
Good question, Fabio, from Karim again. I know you like it easy. Can you show this?
Which one, sorry?
From Karim on YouTube, I think. I know you like it easy, but do you use sometimes the matrix or the net checks to get idea for the market direction, or not at all? Okay, Karim. I can be really honest, but I cannot be really honest. So first of all, I will be really honest because I'm always open. I'm not an options trader. I'm not trading options. At the moment, I'm learned to trade options. I'm more on futures trader, stocks traders, ETF trader. For this reason, I have no idea how the options are working. I know only that I, as a futures trader, can have so much value from the options data, and this is that this will be working. But how this works, I don't know. I'm not an analyst. I'm a trader. I'm execute all my trades. So basically, if I will be looking to the net checks, I would feel like I be an analyst, and this is something what I'm not doing. And why I'm not doing this? Only of the reason because I'm a futures trader. I'm trading only contracts. I'm not trading options. But is this useful to use this? 1000%. This is really useful to use it. But I was giving you the example today in the futures trading room. I was making the calculation for you guys. It was taking me, I think, 4 hours or a little bit more, but no worries. I do it really well. I like it, and also I was enjoying my time with my family. And then I came into the market. I'm looking only 1 minute to the Nasdaq chart, and I was seeing, okay, we are below put support. We are below BL3. This is something what is really huge information. And I was not analyzing. I was not reading the market. I was not reading any news. I was doing nothing. Basically, I was seeing what is going on the chart, where we are, and that's it. And I was execute. And this is what I'm basically doing. I can also looking to the Dow Jones, as I was showing you before. We was bounced back from the BL8, and I was seeing before that the BL8 was holding very strong. So did I have to look to the net checks? What's going on? I don't know. I hope this makes sense for you, and I will be really honest. But as an options trader, 100% you have to follow this.
And I think
there's much more.
If I can add something, so in my previous work experience, right, I was working very big contacts. So I was selling data to large quantitative firms, right? And that's exactly what they do. They transform a lot of data into actionable signals. So that's the whole purpose of this, where we take a lot of information from the option market. We have a big infrastructure on the back end that is calculating all of this. And then basically we translate that into an actionable insight, which in our case is a line on a chart, right? But the line on the chart actually contains a lot of information that is expensive, is hard to get, and then obviously you need to understand what to do with it. And so that's kind of like the whole point, where simplification is key to success. And Patrick is the example where I like the approach that you take, where I don't go to the market, I let the market come to me, right? So you put your chart, build your roadmap. You don't trade, you don't overtrade, you just wait the market to say, okay, this is the right time for me, and that's it.
And Alonso, I like your question. Sorry, guys, a little bit sick, but no problem. No, not this. The question was, do you currently have levels for Bitcoin futures? I think Fabio will be answered this after me directly.
Yeah.
But let me say something. Let me say something. I know what you say, but think about this. I will say to you, you have some nice levels for BTC. Think about what you can do with our indicator, what we were showing you. So basically, you can use some gamma levels what we have, what is maybe correlated to the Bitcoin, and then plot it on BTC. That's it. And then you get your data.
Let's try it live. Right.
So, champs, don't overcomplicate simple stuff. If we don't have this at the moment, then we have a solution for this. We have a solution for this, no matter what. Oh, I see it, my friends. I see it. It will be working.
We need to find the right ticker. Sorry. Which one did I use? Let's see if it works.
Otherwise, you can use the future MBT.
MBT?
I think it's MBT, yeah.
All right.
Put support wicks. Oh, my friends, look at this. Alonso, if you not be a member, then I hope you go now to the website and push the button for sign up for the yearly subscription. Champ, you can do everything with this indicator. It's so crazy. And also I will stop. It's crazy. It's crazy. We have it. But now Fabio, maybe you can answer the main question.
Yeah, so in terms of crypto, we are working on it. The futures crypto don't have a lot of options activity, so it will be hard to derive the levels directly from the future, but we are working on actually cash options and we have integrated the data. So crypto will come next. There's a lot of priorities that we have, but we are going to deliver that too. So Alonso, we'll come to you very soon.
And look at this. You have also your roadmap. You can map it out really quickly. Your area will be the 1-day minimum and put supports USDT, what you can map out. And if you this is something what you should have an eyes on. I don't know Bitcoin, but this is something where you have to take an eyes on. And I don't need to analyze this.
Yeah, and we also have Forex, right? Like one of the things that we do get is levels on the future. So if we, for example, go and look at the Australian future, right? Now we have Australian dollars here. We can actually go and add the levels here. Again, same principle. If you're a Forex trader and you don't trade the futures, again, you can come here and convert your 6A levels into your AUD USD.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah. Let's see. Boom.
Boom. Crazy. And you can do this with gold. You can use the gold futures, the GLD, put this to the XAU.
Yeah, and then we have John. John is going back to the Bitcoin example. Bitcoin has strong correlation to SPX. No problem. Again, this indicator allows you to translate any levels from any asset to another asset. So very simple. You can just do that very easily.
Oh, okay. I was speaking about the events. If I was remember, I'm a little bit old one. I'm 40 years, so be patient with me. So yeah. So what I mean with the events. So especially if you have earnings. So what you can do if you have the NVIDIA earnings on the same day, 1 day before or 1 day after, plot the NVIDIA on your QQQ or on your NASDAQ, on your NQ or on the ES, because this can have a strong correlation on this day.
Yeah. Then what do we have? All right. So let's do it one more time. Okay, Kelly. So let's do a very quick simplification on how you can do it. So the first step, and then this can be very helpful for everyone. The first step is to download the levels that you want to add. So let's go onto our bot, and I have the ability to download the list. So I have my list command here, and I want to have QQQ, NVIDIA. Let's look at GC. Somebody asked about GC as well, so we're going to look at that. So we do GCQ 2024, and then we look at SPX, right? So the bot is giving us the levels. So simply I just copy paste, and to answer another question, yes, simply copy and paste. Then we go back to our indicator. And here you have 5 different input box. You can use any of them, so there's no order or there's no relevance. The only limit is 4,000 characters per box. So you can actually upload up to like 15 tickers per box. So if you are, if you have a watch list of 60, 70 tickers, you can fill that up. If you have more, you can use a different indicator. But essentially, I would basically actually just start from scratch. Let's add the indicator again. So you start from here, I paste my levels, and then I just wait for them to load. All right, so now we go to QQQ, right? So right now, we're gonna get the QQQ levels here, right? So these are the levels coming actually from the asset, right? But what if we want to do what Patrick was saying, where NVIDIA is reporting earning, right? So I want NVIDIA levels onto QQQ, right? Click on the box. Again, auto ratio, manual ratio. Auto ratio will calculate the conversion based on the previous day close. Manual ratio, if you want to like update it at the open, you can do that too. But essentially, I now have my NVIDIA levels here, as well as my QQQ levels. I can even, another feature of the indicator is I can even set alerts. So by ticking this box, I can show the level and I can create an alert of it. So let's say that I want to be alerted on these levels. I can go onto my alert settings here. I can create an alert, and I want to say, I want to get the MenthorQ levels alert, and I have to use the any alert function call, set it up. If the price now is going to touch one of these levels, we're going to get alerted on it. Again, we want to plot SPX to Bitcoin. Let's go SPX, MBT, do MBT1, and now we can go on MBT.
Powerful, my friends.
Yeah.
And also, you can do this with the blind spots. You can say, okay, I want plot the SPX blind spots on my Bitcoin, or I want plot the NQ blind spots, what I post on NVIDIA, because I'm a stock trader. I'm not a futures trader. Okay, then use the blind spots from the NQ and put this on your NVIDIA chart, and that's it.
Man. Yeah.
Man, you have so many opportunities. It's like crazy. But I will tell you, please don't overwhelm with this. Find a way for you, what works for you, where you feel be comfortable with, and then stay on this plan.
Yeah. So again, here we uploaded the blind spots coming from the futures trading room. And we can plot them here. Now you have your blind spots.
Not that bad.
Very nice.
Oh, and you see the roadmap? I see it, my friends. I see it below BL2 and BL1. This is an area where I want trade at the moment. This is a nice support and resistance area. By the way, if you be a Bitcoin trader, this is your area at the moment.
Yeah.
This one, yes.
Nice. Okay. So we have, can you please check NVIDIA? Sure, Ravi. Let me know. Yeah, we can quickly go to NVIDIA. 1 second. So NVIDIA, these are the levels. Again, let's imagine that we want to now plot the SPX blind spots to NVIDIA. Simply change the ticker here. And now we have the blind spots here. We can hide the levels just to show you here. We have the blind spots, or we have the NVIDIA levels as well.
So at the moment, the blind spot levels be a strong holding. That's your major one at the moment. So it's like, and yeah, find what works for you.
Yeah, so we have another good question. So if I want to trade SPX daily, I would plot the ES, SPX, jacks, and blind spots. So you can do that. So you have the flexibility. The blind spots will already account for kind of like the SPX data. So yes, you can, but probably you want to probably have the blind spots of yes and the ES levels, so the gamma levels of yes. That would be. All right. So we are almost at the hour, guys. Again, let us know other questions. But yeah, the indicator, as you can see, very powerful, very easy to use. Blind spots are available. I want to just share with you. Obviously, we are running an event right now, so our promo launch is gonna go on for another 2 weeks until the 31st. We're gonna have a lot of live sessions throughout the month, so please stay with us. If you guys want to join, again, premium or basic plan, these are the prices that you see there. So yearly plan for the premium would be 495. The basic plan for the yearly plan for the basic would be 239. If you sign up for the yearly plan, you also get access to our academy. I think I showed it to you before. We have about 18 new courses available for you. So just let me show you again. If we go back to the dashboard, the academy will give you access to a lot of training about gamma levels, blind spots, all our webinars, how to set up your trading plan, systematic funds and CTAs, advanced strategies with options, technical analysis. So again, we're releasing a momentum and technical indicator. So you have 18 plus courses, and this is going to just grow over time. So we're going to have more and more of those.
Yeah, and Fabio, I think you can say also something what I want promise and where I was blocked my time for since Monday. So yeah, we can gift us to the people now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Time is booked. It's for you.
All right. Do you want to announce it or?
Okay, yeah. So basically, I will be show up from Monday every day. It's through Zoom call. I will show up for 30 minutes from 6 a.m. Eastern time to 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, and go through you together through the major indices where we have the blind spot levels for, and then we build together the roadmap. And yeah, we speak about trading setups for 30 minutes every day, and we make it quick and easy. And if you have questions, you can connect with me, you can speak with me, I can give you the answer. Yep. That will be start Monday. But it's in the early morning for you, US friends. 6 a.m. Come on. 6 a.m., my friends.
Nice. So what are the training rooms? So the training rooms are part of the premium membership. And essentially, we have 6 different traders that are basically providing, valuable content, like extreme valuable content every day. So if you haven't followed us yesterday, we had a session with Doc. Doc was our first trader. He manages our trade structuring channel. Here we look at a lot of zero DTE options on SPX. We have also an Iron Condor room. So for those who are looking to generate income selling premium, zero DTEs, we have those rooms here. Then we have our colleague team who is managing our macro room. Again, this is very valuable because if you are trading futures, you want to know, for example, bond auctions that are coming up or news that could affect your position, right? Then we have a scalping room, which is purely levels throughout the day for zero DTE options. We have an options trading room based on different option strategies. And then we have the futures trading room, which is managed by Patrick and Steve, where we provide a lot of valuable information on futures. You also get access to all the transparency that Patrick shares through our Discord and all the things that are relevant. So I think, yeah, we have a lot. So we're covering a lot of valuable content there.
Yeah, and also when I get the feedback from our community members, and I speak daily with many community members. We are really strong community. If you're looking also to the other trading space, what we have, we are really strong. And what I really love, we have the team spirit. So everyone helps each other. If you have some questions, I will give my ass that you get in less than 12 hours an answer of your question. That someone will help you. So we are really helpful. So we understand in our community that we are strong as a team. We don't walk alone. We don't work alone. We are always strong as a team. That's simple and easy. The MenthorQ community, strong as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, guys, if you have any questions on membership and anything, please reach out to me directly via Discord or info@mentorq.com. We will answer all your questions. But yeah, like let us know. Like again, we're gonna be live, so let me show you again our schedule for the month. It's going to be very good. It's going to be very exciting. So obviously we are at the second session here. We're going to have a technical analysis webinar. I will run that on Friday. It's going to be on YouTube live. On the 24th, we're going to be live on Twitter and YouTube, talk about skews. So skews and swing trading is a new models that we have developed. Macro on the 26th. Then we're going to go live with some of our users. So our users are going to show you some real life examples on how they are trading, how they're using the MenthorQ data. And then at the end of the month, we're probably going to do another session with Patrick and the traders to show you like different strategies and how you can apply the data. So yeah, lots of...
Okay, that's so amazing. But can you please go again to the pricing?
Yes.
Okay, Shams. I'm not the sales guy, but I have to do it again. So think about, we speak about the premium, maybe only the monthly for 55. Test this for 30 days. So what you get the blind spots, you get all the crazy ones, and you get on top, and I will promise this, I give my time is booking for you members for 1 month. We show up every trading day, 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. 30. So you have me in the Zoom call. You can speak every day to me when you have questions, and we build the roadmaps together. It's on top to your premium. Normally, I will not do this. I will never do this anymore again. But this is now a little gift also for you, my friends.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of value there. And again, support is key for us. Like, is our top priority. We want to make sure that you find value from the information. So obviously, the key is really good data, good community, support, and obviously being able to make you successful. So I think that's the goal, and that's why when I met you, Patrick, I was like, yeah, I love your approach. I love like how you simplify things, because what you're doing is actually complicated, but you made it so simple that it's really easy to understand.
Yeah, and also, Shams, what I say always to people when they speak to me, and we speak about tools, trading tools, and all the crazy stuff. We know everyone have some tools, and some tools are really expensive. Some tools are less expensive. But my major answer is, so for example, if you now invest $55 in a monthly subscription from MenthorQ, you can bring back the 55 in less than 1 month. So basically, you invest $55 and you get back from your trading $100, basically that you use the tools, or that basically that you get a better mindset, or basically that you learn something. So if the answer is yes, then there's no more question that this is worthless. It's like a risk and reward. What is your risk? Your risk is $55, but what is your reward? I will say easily 1 to 10, easily, but it's based on you. All right, enough. I'm not the sales guy, my friends.
I love it. Thank you, Patrick. So again, guys, any questions about membership, please reach out to us via email. If you are an active user and you don't have access to the website yet, please bear with us. We are doing a massive migration within the next few days. So we're going to get there. Integrations are available. Academy is available. Everything is working great. New models are up and running on Discord. We have some exciting stuff we're going to show you during the month. So stay tuned. And we're going to be live on Friday with the technical analysis webinar. And again, Patrick, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, and champs, last words. Don't go. You see, we are now live 1 hour and 5 minutes. So what is this meaning for you? We go always the extra mile for you. So we are no longer online as usual. We're not saying, okay, after 60 minutes done, we go no matter what. No, whenever you want, whenever you need help, we are there no matter what. And now you can see it on the lifetime. It's now 1 hour and 6 minutes. So we don't say, hey, it's now done. No, we are done when you are good and everyone feels good.
I like this. This is one of your so Jeremy has been working with Patrick, I guess. So yeah, that's great, Jeremy. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice one. Bye-bye, everyone.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.